You guys saw this shit. This is unbelievable. Another classic California scam blowing up in voters' faces. That bullshit high-speed rail that they promised back in the 1990s, you remember that? The one that was supposed to connect San Francisco to LA and get you there in 2 hours? I remember. I grew up there. And yeah, they broke ground in 2015, and 10 years later, it's $100 billion over budget, and not a single fucking segment is complete. Let me say that again. $100 billion over budget, and not a single stop is done. How does that even happen? I'll tell you how. You put progressive Democrats in charge who wouldn't know real progress if it ran them the fuck over. They sold this fantasy for $33 billion. And now they're saying it's going to cost upwards of $130 billion. And get this, they chopped off more than 30% of the track. This is unbelievable. So the two cities that actually voted for it, San Francisco and Los Angeles, they won't even get to fucking use it. Meanwhile, the only region that might actually get this train, the Central Valley, is the part of the state that didn't even fucking want it. Modesto to Bakersfield. This is what happens when you let radical environmentalists and incompetent politicians run the show. They sold this shit show by telling voters it would save the planet. But they didn't even use modern tech. Just old-ass 1980s rail construction. And then they added 100 stops so it'll never even be the high speed that they promised. The only thing high speed about this piece of shit is how fast they torch California's tax dollars. $130 billion gone. You fucking believe that? And now, finally, the federal government is pulling out. They should have never funded this trash to begin with. And of course, Gavin Newsom is trying to spin this flaming disaster as his legacy project. Because, of course he is. And for his next act, he's going to be running for president in 2028. Because if you've ever wondered what America would look like under his leadership, this is your preview. Bloated, broken, completely fucking dysfunctional. So if you were thinking of voting this kind of shit into the rest of the country, pack your bags and go move there first. This rail should be demolished. Or left standing as a monument to every idiotic policy these people have shoved down our throats, like funding illegals, decriminalizing violent crime, shutting down small businesses. What else? Destroying the middle class in the process? Or how about regulating water usage, which dried up the entire Central Valley in order to protect salmon, and then dumping the water right back into the ocean? How about that? And these morons call this shit progress. It's not progress. It's either complete and total incompetence and stupidity, or it's all-out degeneracy through fraud and theft. One of the two. Either way, it's exactly what happens when you vote for people who don't give a shit about the people that they supposedly represent. This train is a physical embodiment of California's invitation to societal collapse. And Gavin wants to bring the blueprint to the White House. It's not fucking happening, bro.